Welcome back to Fits the Game. For today's D&D 101, we're talking about your skills. A large part of the way you interact with the world that your Dungeon Master is going to present to you will be through skill checks. There are 18 skills listed on the 5e character sheet. Each one is linked to one of the ability score modifiers that you generated during character creation. To get the base bonus for each of your skills, all you need to do is go down the list of them and check to see which ability the skill is associated with. So if you have a strength of +3, anywhere you see strength listed beside one of the skills, you can take your base strength bonus of +3 and plug that into the line beside that check. So for athletics, which is based on strength, you will take your +3 and add that into the line beside athletics. And then so on and so forth down the list. Just check to see which ability is corresponding to that skill, and then take your bonus for that ability and plug it in the blank beside it. And remember, if you have a negative with a specific ability, you copy that over as well. So if your intelligence is -1, anything based on any skill based on intelligence, you get a -1 beside it. So during your character creation, you will gain proficiency with some of these skills based on your class and your background, but we'll get deeper into proficiency in a later video. For now, just know that some of these, any ones with a little shaded dot beside it that you've shaded during character creation, will get your proficiency bonus added to it. So at first level, your bonus is +2. So any skill that you shaded in during character creation now gets a +2 bonus on top of your base bonus for your abilities. But like I said, don't worry too much about that. I'm going to move into proficiencies in probably the next video after this, and then I'll flesh out proficiencies and what they mean. Skill checks will be used by your DM to see if you are successful at tasks you're trying to accomplish within the game. If you're presented with a locked door, your charismatic bard may try and sweet talk the guard on the other side, trying to get them to unlock it, in which case your DM may ask them to make a persuasion check. If that fails, your brawny barbarian may step up and try and kick in the door, in which case the DM may ask them to make a strength athletics check to see if they can bust down this door. And the way that you succeed with one of these checks is the DM will set a difficulty class or a DC for the task you're trying to accomplish. So what you'll do is you'll roll a d20, you'll take the number you rolled and add the skill check, their skill bonus beside the type of skill you're using at the time. One thing to remember, there is no way to guarantee you're going to be able to succeed at a task. If something is really difficult to do, the difficulty class for it may be set at 25 or a 30 or a 35 if it's something really, really almost damn near impossible for you to pull off. So if that's the case, even if you roll a natural 20, there's no such thing as an automatic success on a skill check. Sometimes you just cannot jump high enough to slap the moon. It's just not possible. But you can try. You can always try. Also, don't let the numbers on the character sheet define how you want to interact with the world. If you want to try and kick in a door, but you're a scrawny wizard, even though you have a -2 bonus to strength, that doesn't mean that it's not impossible. You can still roll a 20, and a 20 minus 1 is an 18, and 18 is a high number. If that door has some rickety hinges, or it's kind of, old and worn, doesn't mean it's not impossible. It just means it's a little bit harder for you to do, and it's less unlikely that you're going to actually succeed in what you're trying to do. So the beauty of skills and skill checks is they're the way that you can really dive into the world. You can try and figure out a way that your character is strong in a certain skill or another. If you're really good with, let's say, persuasion again, you may try and cater situations to use your silvery tongue to talk people into getting your way. So you can really come up with creative ways to take your bonuses and use them to your advantage. All right, so that's skill checks. It's not too difficult to understand. It's a really important part of the game. You use your skills quite a bit, and you can use them as another way to skirt around. Even if you're not into the combat part of the game, you can rely on your skills a little more to try and avoid situations or try to even defeat an enemy. If you're in a room with a chandelier, you can always use some sort of skill to try and jump up and cut it down and drop it on someone's head. Or if you want to try and push someone off of a boat, you can do that as well. Alright, so if you found this video helpful at all, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever Fits the Games videos go live, please hit the bell notification. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next one.